In this next test, we are going to disconnect the compressor and see how the IPM reacts in order to deduce if the IPM is in good condition. When a motor is not, when the motor is blocked, we no longer have it and we want to make sure that the board is working properly. Well, we are going to do the following. We are going to disconnect the compressor, which is what we just did. Now, we are going to lower the temperature so that the compressor tries to turn on, or rather, so that the board tries to turn on the compressor. We are going to see what reaction appears on our oscilloscope, which will tell us that it is working properly. We can lower the voltage a bit. We can go down to 50 and see what happens. So, again, what we are going to do is wait the necessary time for the compressor to start up, or rather, for the board to try to start up the compressor that we disconnected. We are going to wait. Maybe we are going to heat up the sensor a bit. Look! We had an output of approximately 100 volts for a very brief period of time. And there we have it back, and there it is cut off. This is indicating to us that the IPM is working properly. Look, there it is. What happens is that those lines go to one side only because the electrons go, but they cannot return because they do not have the compressor installed. This will be enough for the board to understand that the compressor is not on. Now, it is throwing us an error code. The error code that it is throwing is through an LED. It informs us of a number. Pay attention, please. Let's wait for it to stop. Now it has stopped. 1, 2, number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Error code 26. The compressor is not connected or is electrically damaged. It is the same thing that we just did. We have to do it with the other two combinations. That is, we just did it with a UV, W. And now we have to do it with a UW and then with a U and V. The same test 3 times to know that the IPMs are working and that the problem is not in the board, but only in the compressor. But for that we have to turn off the unit and disconnect it so that the error code is prescribed. We disconnect it for a minute, reconnect it, turn it on and wait for it to indicate the same parameter on the oscilloscope with the 3 different combinations. Remember that this test is essential to know that the equipment has its board in good condition. And remember also to do, in fact, in total 6 tests. We will test U, V, and then VU. We will invert the cables. In this way, the electrons will enter from the other side. The oscilloscope will think that the electrons enter from the other side. Let's always do those 6 tests to determine with certainty that the board is working properly. Please leave a comment if you have any questions.